Hi, today we are going to be taking an unboxing review of UST Alternate Survival Technology StrikeForce Fire Starter with Tinder. I picked this up at Walmart. It was between about 10 to 12 bucks. Something around that price was tax. Not that much. It's actually a pretty cheap price. I will say I do have a lot of this UTS stuff. Like for the fire starters, I have this little kit here. I have this one, which was the kind of one-handed one. Let's, if I give it a good squeeze. Which, there we go. And then you just, push down on this side. And then when you strike it, it'll go fire. It's supposed to be meant to push like this, but yeah. Which, I mean, this works excellently. That was my first one. Then I have this, which is the small version of this one. But pretty much it's just the same thing. And this, it's just a little capsule here. They give you some flint. On this one, if you've seen my review on this one, like I said, take this flint, toss it, go get actual Zippo flints, or you could use a rosin. I believe that's the brand. They're like white little flints on like a little plastic card. Definitely, you get like some little cotton in there. Let me see if I can get the cotton out. Yeah, 2 little fire starters, which is actually pretty big. In my opinion, I would just take like a knife and cut these in half so that I have 4. Because these 2 are way too big. And all it is just a little spark wheel. That, something that you're going to find like whether it's Zippo lighter. Then, it's simple, but it works. It's definitely effective. So yeah, this one from Alternate Survival Technology, like I said, between 10 to 12 bucks. I say at Walmart, the Gerber one, or Gerber's, or, that brand. Oh my god, it's freaking ridiculous, that guy's brand. Now, one he was selling, this is, how is that same one right here? Let me move that out of the way a little bit. This one, for about 60 bucks. I kid you not, like, wait a minute, this has gotta be like some typo, some mistake that's, on the little package. Like in the display sign, little sticker that's, has a price on it. Nah, so I grabbed one, went down the aisle, scanned it. What did the little thing go? Went beep! The price is 60 bucks. I'm like, are you ever kidding me? 60 effing bucks for this? I mean, it was this big one that had the big ferro rod on there and stuff, and the big striker and this big beefy handle. And it's like, oh yeah, you know why you're paying 60 bucks? Same orange cover, just 2 little different things. It has this little itty bitty teeny tiny little whistle on it, which, I mean, you're not buying it really for the whistle. I mean, that's a little added bonus, but you're buying a fire starter for why? To start a fire, honestly. That's why you buy a fire starter. If you buy a whistle, you buy it for, a whistle. So, I mean, it's kind of nice that he gave the little whistle, but 60 bucks for it, considering it's a fire starter. And the other thing that I told you about, it said Bear Grylls on there. I don't care if it says Bear Grylls, Paul Logan, or Logan Paul, PewDiePie, or, whoever else is famous YouTube celebrity, social media celebrity, T. Martin, whatever. I don't care if it says like, oh, it's from Sod or Cameos. Look, I don't care. If I'm buying a product, it probably better do what it's supposed to do. If I'm buying a fire starter, obviously it's better to start a fire, right? Yeah, no duh. Of course. I'm not going to pay 40 times more just because it has a name on it. Well, I could get the same exact thing for like 10 to 12 bucks versus 60 bucks. He said they had a show, like the Bear Grylls Survival Show or something. I never actually seen it. I seen like a little clip of the commercial, and the guy came off very, very rude and stuck up on like the little commercial. Not only to like the people that's watching it, but also to his camera crew, which is something that you should never do. And the reason why his stuff doesn't sell that great in stores is all plus. I mean, his stuff is a top-notch, great, fine A, triple A quality products. I mean, they are the best of the best products, but dude, your prices are ridiculous. That's why they're still be on shelves, and even when stores mark them down and put them in the clearance aisle, they still don't sell because they're still way too freaking high. If you start your prices off lower, like, you don't have to charge 60 bucks for a 5-star. Maybe charge 20, maybe? Maybe they'll start selling off the shelves and people start buying them. You know, content hit from Ultimate Survival Technology and stuff. And if you watch that other guy, the Survival Man, oh my god, he's like awesome. He's like, yeah, I bought this Bear Grylls one. You know, it starts a fire. It's a fire starter, but it's like 60 to 80 bucks. And then what did he do? He whipped out this UST, the Ultimate Survival one. And it's like, yeah, about 10 to 12 bucks. Look, does the same exact thing. And he had two different campfires, like next to each other. He was like, look, this one over here, Bear Grylls, 60 to 80 bucks. This one over here, you know, Ultimate Survival Technology, UST, about 10 to 12 bucks. He's like, notice anything different? No. What do you notice? Two fires, both of them fire starters, both of them start fire. The difference is price and name. So yeah, so the Survival Man, he usually does shows by himself, but sometimes he takes his son with him, sometimes he takes his family. Usually it's just him or him and his son. Which is kind of nice. He actually explains it. He's like the Bear Grylls guy. He's like, that statement water, you're gonna get sick from it. And so Iron Man's like, okay, that statement water, don't drink it. You know, purified, tailored handkerchiefs or snot wave if you want to call it that, and use that kind of like a strainer. It's not gonna get everything out, but you know, it's a little bit better than just sticking your head in a stream and drinking it from a stream or from a little hole in the ground. That you just say, like, there's a little puddle in the ground. Oh, it has, like, some dead buds and, you know, a dead animal in there. But I'm going to drink from it. Anyway, he's like, no, he's like, dude, even if I had a lifestyle, I wouldn't drink out of that. But, you know, he teaches you a little bit more, and it's a little more nicer, and he's a little more funnier. You know, the Survival Man's a lot better because he carries his own gear into stuff, like his own camera and stuff, and he teaches you, use where you find. You don't have to go in there with like, you know, fire starter, knife, gun, bow and arrow, spear. He's like, look, if you got string, you could turn it in a knife. You find a couple pieces of wood, you could make it into a bow drill for a fire starter. You could try making little arrows to, you know, go hunting with. You could make a spear out of wood with a knife. If you got, you know, where you could sharpen the center into a spear. If you want to make an even better spear, and you got some paracord, wrap your knife to the stick with some paracord. And then you got a poking, stabbing, cutting, slicing, dicing, like an infomercial type of, or now, only 10 minutes left, 4 easy payments of $29.99 type of infomercial. He's like, yeah, you could kind of do that and stuff. But yeah, I had other brands of other fire starters, and they don't work. Like here's a Copenhagen one. It works somewhat, but really you gotta take the little cord off just to have enough room with the striker. And the striker is pretty much garbage. I take whatever else I can find, a knife or something, and then this works. So I mean, the ferro rod is ultimate. It's great, but striker's bad. I had those magnesium bricks. They kind of work, but they're not that great. And everyone that uses something like this or those little bricks, they're always doing one. They always say, put your striker, not your striker, your ferro rod, you know, in one hand, and then take your striker and go like this. That's the wrong way, because it actually sends the sparks flying. And it was like, but it sends the sparks flying, yes, but it also sends a massive amount of wind behind it, which you know, you might as well just be up in a big old tornado and doing it. They're like, no, what you do is do it the opposite way. Hold your striker part firmly, and then move your ferro rod back and forth. You don't go this way, you go this way. Why? It's still going to give sparks, but your hand's not moving it as it's sparking. Because a lot of people is like, I bought this, I'll do it like 10 or 20 times, and nothing. Maybe one spark. But yeah, you're doing it like this. You're supposed to do it like this. So yeah, I know it's been like 10 minutes and people's like, oh dude, just get the unboxing. I am, but I'm telling you, if you're going to buy a fire starter, why pay 60 to $80 for a fire starter when you can get one for 20, not 20, for like 10 to 12 bucks? That's going to do the exact same thing. Be smart, people, That means you could buy a lot more fire starters. If you're buying one that's between 60 and 80, you bought one that's between 60 and 80. If you bought, 2 or 3 that's between, 10 to 12 bucks, you bought 2 or 3 between 10 and 12 bucks, and then those 2 or 3 that you could put in a camping thing, you could put in a button-up bed, an inch bed, you have more options of fire. So it says Tinder storage, Light-Me Tinder 2-pack included, flint bar, okay, striker, and then just kind of like open it up. Let's see if we could get the camera focus there. Just open it up, strike it. Wow, you got fire. I will put the link down below to the description there. I know this stuff is made in China, but I mean, even though this part comes from China, like I said, it works. Every single one of these, they get fire going. Except for this one, like I said, just change out the flints, get, a Zippo flint, and you'll be fine. The flints that come with this one